What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. As I told you guys, and I continue to tell you guys, win, lose, or draw, you gotta respect undefeated 2-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight world champion, former WBC junior welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, welterweight title contender now, Devin "The Dream" Haney, who is now 32 wins, no loss, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. You got to respect Devin Haney's approach to the sport of boxing. I don't care if you don't like his style. I don't care if you don't like his father, trainer, and manager, Bill Haney, CEO of DHP, Devin Haney Promotions. I don't care if you don't fancy none of that. You got to respect his approach to the sport of boxing. The young man is trying to fight everybody. So Bill Haney puts out a list, and in response, he was being sarcastic, and he puts out a list of fighters that Devin Haney wants to fight next, since we know Ryan Garcia has pulled out. Ryan Garcia and his manager and his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, pulled out the rematch that was already agreed upon for October with the rematch with Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia pulled out the rematch because they admitting that they know that he had an unfair advantage in that first fight where he dropped Devin Haney 3 times. Now, Devin Haney made mistakes in that fight, right? That he can clean up for sure, 1,000%. He made mistakes. He dropped the ball on his defense and his discipline, right? And he knows that. But outside of those 3 rounds where he got dropped, he won the fight. And now, then Ryan Garcia tested positive for a banned substance, got suspended. The fight got overturned. Nasty work. Came in 3.5 pounds overweight. Now the eye is on him, right? You know, the bird in the sky, the eye is on Ryan Garcia. Now everybody's watching him extremely closely, and he can't cheat. They're watching him extremely closely now after that. And he can't cheat. And he looked completely different in his comeback fight against Rolando Rolly Romero as far as his appearance goes. His confidence wasn't the same. His physique wasn't the same. His aggression was not the same, right? He didn't have any of those traits anymore. Does he still have the hand speed and the power? Yes. But he don't have the confidence to throw it unconsciously, that left hook, like he was. He didn't have the aggression towards Rolly Romero. He got dropped. He got cautious. He got outboxed by Rolly Romero, and he lost the unanimous decision. And now he pulled out the Devin Haney fight. Why? Because we see as a completely different Ryan Garcia. A completely different Ryan Garcia. And they're not confident that he could beat Devin Haney. Nonetheless, with that said, I digress. Since that's not happening, His Excellency, Turki Al-Sheikh, is doing his best to secure a showdown between Devin Haney and another one of the 4 kings, Teofimo Lopez, former unified lightweight world champion, still the WBO junior welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Teofimo Lopez, right? Who is 23 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 13 wins by way of knockout. He's trying to secure a showdown with Teofimo Lopez in replacement of Ryan Garcia, but instead of it being October, he's actually looking to put it on an undercard in September of Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, right? Teofimo Lopez is dragging his feet, claiming he wants to fight Jaron Boots Ennis, the welterweight unified WBA, IBF Ring Magazine world champion, right? That's his focus. I want to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. That's his focus, right? Because it's a win-win situation for Teofimo, right? It's a lose-lose for Jaron Ennis, who don't want to fight. He wants to unify the belts at 147 pounds, not fight Teofimo Lopez. So Jaron Ennis is not interested. He wants to fight the champions. So with that said, Turkey is trying to make that fight. Well, Bill and Devin, they said, well, listen, if we can't secure the showdown with Teofimo Lopez, if he decides to squirm out and wiggle out after he talked down on black people and called black people the Nigger, said black people are monkeys and banana references, well, here you have it. Here you got a big fight for big money. Why are you dragging your feet, right? Can't say you're going to make more money fighting Devin Haney than you're going to do fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. Now, he going to use the excuse that he fighting for the belts. Again, win-win situation. You're supposed to lose to Jaron Ennis, and if you win, you upset the world. For Boots, he's in a lose-lose. If he looks ordinary pedestrian against Teofimo Lopez, he got exposed. If he wins, he did what he's supposed to do. He don't win a belt. He don't win. He don't collect $200. He don't go past go. He gets nothing out of it. So that's what that is. But if they can't secure the fight with Teo, they want, you got it, undefeated Olympic silver medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified super featherweight, reigning WBC lightweight world champion, superstar boxer Shakur Stevenson, who has 23 wins, no losses, no draws, 11 wins by way of knockout. They want Shakur Stevenson if they can't get Teofimo Lopez on the undercard of Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. That would be enormous because Shakur Stevenson is kin to, well, not blood, but, you know, he's in relations with Terrence Crawford and that whole, but Terrence Crawford supports Devin Haney and he supports Shakur Stevenson, but has a closer relationship to Shakur than Devin, right? So they want to fight Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson got a fight coming up. He gonna fight William Zepeda, so that might have to be pushed back to October. I don't know if Shakur, you know, and he has bad hands, brittle hands. He's dealing with hand injuries, right? But Shakur Stevenson has this fight coming up with William Zepeda. That's gonna take place July 12th. So again, is he gonna be ready in September? Probably not. October is more likely, maybe November. And seeing as though he got hand injuries and hand problems, he needs time in between fights, right? And so this fight, and William Zepeda is going to keep on coming. It's not going to be a walk in the park. William Zepeda is going to keep coming. Shakur going to have to land. I don't think he's going to take punishment from outside of him hitting William Zepeda. I don't think he's going to get hit a lot to take a lot of punishment from that aspect, but I think he's going to get, his hands is going to take a beating because he's going to be putting a beating on William Zepeda. His hand speed, his counterpunch, his combinations, his ring IQ, he's going to chop William Zepeda up, I believe. As long as his hands is healthy, he's going to put a spanking on William Zepeda. And his hands are going to take a beating. Now, the question is, how healthy are they going to be afterwards? And how soon can he have a quick turnaround? And not to mention, this is a fight you should take. You said you would fight Devin Haney. Y'all went back and forth. Y'all got a history now. It's a fight that you should absolutely make, right? Why? Because you just said you would fight Conor Benn at 154 pounds. Conor Benn is a 147-pounder who campaigns at 154 and just had a fight at 160. So if you're willing to fight Conor Benn at 154, you're going to get equal amount of money from Turki Al-Sheikh to fight Devin Haney at 147. And you're going to get just as much credit. You're going to get more credit for beating Devin Haney than you would Conor Benn. Now, I understand the whole scenario that you fighting Conor Benn in the UK, you capture another demographic of fans, but you're Olympian. Right, you should have been an Olympic silver medalist, in my opinion, because I thought that he actually beat now I'm forgetting his name, but I thought that he won, the Olympic gold medal, so Robeisy Ramirez, I thought he beat Robici for the Olympics, but he didn't get the nod. So again, your portfolio extends already outside the United States because you're an Olympian. So, and you came in second place. Now it's not first place, but you came in second, so the people know who you are. And I thought you actually beat Robici Ramirez. So therefore, you should have been an Olympic gold medalist. So to fight Devin Haney, you're going to get just as much money fighting Devin Haney as you would fighting Conor Benn, if not more. And it's a higher profile fight, period. More at stake. Devin Haney is way more accomplished than Conor Benn is. Conor Benn has never been a world champion. Devin Haney is a 2-division champion and one of the 4 kings. So it just makes sense. It makes sense. Now, the reason I'm saying it makes sense because you get the Tank Davis fight. As far as him, I would like him to get the Tank Davis fight. I would like to see him fight Tank Davis. But just as far as that happening, I just don't see it happening, man. I don't see Tank Davis taking the fight. He's talking about fighting. First of all, he got to fight Lamont Roach in August, which means if he did fight again this year, it wouldn't be to December. Then they're talking about him fighting in November against Jake Paul. So this year, I don't see you getting the Tank Davis fight. So, and you said you go to 54 for the right fight. So you should go to 47 for the right fight. So let's see how it unfolds. Right now, I do know he said, "Oh, I'll fight Devin Haney, but it got to be at a catch weight, so on and so forth." Well, you just put that. You done crushed that because you just said you'll fight Conor Benn at 154. So you could fight Conor Benn at a weight class above 147. You could fight Devin Haney, who is a non-puncher. Conor Benn is a puncher and aggressive. You could fight a non-puncher in Devin Haney at 147. So let's see it. It's a big fight. But the fact that Devin Haney is going from Teofimo Lopez to Shakur Stevenson, well, that tells you everything you need to know. And I believe I think Shakur is going to answer the bell. I think so. You can't get the Tank Davis fight. You ain't going to fight Keyshawn. What you going to do? I think it makes sense. So let's see how it unfolds and plays out, man. But that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.